14:17 to go in the game. The Louisiana Bayou Thunder stay in that shotgun formation. They have 4 wide receivers in the game. Quarterback Buey takes the snap, drops straight back, lets fly over the middle. The pass is complete and out of bounds to number 81, Mike Davis. Mike Davis with a heck of a catch. And a penalty will negate the great effort by Davis.
On the way. Okay, we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it.
So offensive holding called against the Louisiana Bayou Thunder.
More frustration for the Thunder. They're taking the momentum away from the Rampage right now, but it seems like every time they get the momentum, they give it right back with these penalties.
Holding call being marked off. You're watching Texas Rampage National Minor League Football action here on DCTV, Dallas Community Television. Be sure to join us next week on DCTV when we will have the Dallas Air Show. And 2 weeks from now, we will have another Texas Rampage game. The Texas Rampage will have home games here at Standridge Stadium in Farmers Branch. 2 weeks from now, on September 21st, they will host the Victoria Kings out of Victoria, Texas. The following week, on September 28th, they will be playing the Carrollton Jaguars right here at this stadium in what will be a home game for the Rampage. And you can come out to see the Rampage. And the option pitch by the Bayou Thunder. Well-executed option there, as Phil Brown able to turn the corner and get some of that yardage back. He was forced out at about the 45-yard line.
Phil Brown used to play in the CFL also. He played for San Antonio for a while. We got a Texas Rampage down on the field.
Looks like one of the big defensive linemen, although we can't tell who it is yet. Looks like number 75. And he would be Chris Posey.
And they're looking at his ankle.
Posey, 6'3", 243-pound defensive lineman. He served our country as well at the Air Force Academy and in the United States Air Force before coming to the Rampage. It is indeed Posey. He's coming off the field under his own power, although gingerly, kind of favoring, looks like that left leg. Yeah. So he's going to come over to the sideline and see if he can walk that off. And with 13:42 to go in the game, we're back to action. I mentioned the Texas Rampage have home games coming up here at Standridge Stadium, September 21st and 28th. So you can come out to Standridge Stadium, catch National Minor League Football in the Texas Rampage. The ball spotted at the 45-yard line. The line to make is the 34, so actually 2nd and 11 now, this following the 1st and 20. Buey with the handoff to Phil Brown once again. Brown straight up the middle. Brown rumbling and stumbling, and he has yardage all the way down to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 17 for Phil Brown and the Bayou Thunder, and they're able to shake off the side effects of that penalty, and they have another first down. The Bayou Thunder moving the chains here in this final quarter of play.
Well, Nixon ran into Brian Sharp down the field, number 66, and Brian basically just picked him up and carried him for the extra 3 yards.
Got a helping hand there from one of his offensive linemen. Now they go back to the shotgun, do the Thunder. A 4 wide receiver package. Buey takes the snap, drops straight back, now rolls left, forced out of the pocket. Penalty markers down. The pass is down the field and complete. Chris Kelly, the wide receiver, number 82, with another catch. And it looks like the Bayou Thunder may have hurt themselves again with the penalty.
Boy, Corey Buey, you got to give him credit. He's just nailing these passes.
Holding, on the white team. Take him.
So holding against the Bayou Thunder.
Holding, 21, white, 21.
The holding call against Paul Nixon, the running back, who stayed in to help block. The penalty is assessed from the line of scrimmage. That'll move him back to about the 38-yard line. They need 20 yards for the first down. The only question now, is it still first down or is it second? Scoreboard says it's second down and 20. Over across with the chain gang, they still have one showing on the chains. So we'll call it first and 20. Handoff straight ahead, Phil Brown. Brown with room to run again. He could break this one. Running inside the 10, inside the 5 to the 2. Finally wrestled down by James Foster, the defensive back, who grabbed hold at about the 10-yard line and just refused to let go. And now the good fortune may be swinging to the side of the Bayou Thunder, in as much as they have had some penalties to set them back, and then they just come right back and get the big plays. And Phil Brown, the running back, number 22, is really coming up big on this drive.
Well, I was looking for a penalty marker on that play, but there were no mistakes on that play at all.
Spotted at about the 2.5-yard line. First and goal for the Bayou Thunder.
Phil Brown showing a lot of power there with his legs, just carrying two of the Rampage down to the 1 or the 2-yard line.
Just under 11 minutes to go. Clock is rolling. Quick inside handoff to number 32. He is David Arrington, and he is in for the Louisiana Bayou Thunder. Touchdown, Thunder.
Well, Gregory Peace, I thought, had him in the backfield. He nailed him, stuck him hard. You could hear it from up here, but...
Yeah, Arrington was just able to spin out of it, though.
Incredible.
So with 10:55 to go, the Louisiana Bayou Thunder, Chris Penton, the kicker number 1, on for the PAT, and will try to pull themselves that much closer. Wobbly snap, they fumble it. Now they're up, and you got to try for 2. The pass is intended for, well, the pass was intended for number 89, tight end Brent Barrington. Intercepted by Foster, and he was wrestled down. So the PAT is no good. 10:55 left in the game. The score remains Texas Rampage 14, Louisiana Bayou Thunder 9.
Well, I guess if you're going to give up an interception, it's best to do it on a 2-point conversion than it is on a regular play.
Missing that conversion, not necessarily as detrimental to the Thunder cause as you might think. They would have to score twice anyway to get the lead on the Texas Rampage.
Which is confusing why they would make that call for a 2-point conversion.
Well, the snap didn't look to be the greatest in the world, and once it rolled off the AstroTurf,
Rush, aren't you on this? Rush, you're on this, aren't
it was Jay Montesino, number 12, with the hold for the Louisiana Bayou Thunder. And once he saw it take a couple of hops there and roll off the turf, he just yelled fire, got up, was looking downfield for Barrington. And it's not a very good pass, as he just kind of lofted it in there, and there were too many blue shirts in the area.
So it wasn't a design play, basically.
So it'll be Chris Penton, number 1, to tee it up for the Louisiana Bayou Thunder. 10:55 to go in this game.
There's no reason for this.
Becomes a completely different ball game now, as if the Thunder can hold the Rampage on this drive, they'll have a chance to come back and win it.
On the other hand, the Texas Rampage have stuck with that running game in quarters 2 and 3, and they burned up a lot of clock. And I could imagine they would do more of the same here. Bird fields to kick at about his own 4. He's brought down at about his own 25-yard line.
It looked like he stumbled. I thought someone tripped him up, but there was no one around. I think he just tripped on the turf. Seems like they're having some problem getting their footing on this turf tonight.
So Mike McDade and the Texas Rampage try to burn some time here. A score here on this drive could possibly put the game out of reach. If you do score on this drive, you don't want it to be a quick score. You want to burn as much time as you can, move the ball with a sustained drive down the field.
So don't look for any long bombs on this drive here.
Yancey and Moore in the backfield behind McDade. Giving the signals there. Now they have the formation set, and it's Yancey with the quick handoff. Penalty marker on the play. Yancey nowhere to go. And we'll give him progress back to the line of scrimmage, although that might be a generous spot, and I think the officials are about to move the Rampage even further back.
The front line needs a block.
Procedure.
Hey, Albert, you gotta check every series, man.
All right, let's go.
Illegal procedure called against the Texas Rampage. I think the confusion centered around one of their substitutions, maybe a player who came into the huddle and then came back out without playing a down.
So the Rampage really have to be careful now not to give this ball up too quickly. Still discussing rather, what they're going to do.
They decline. Second down. Oh, here we go.
So the Bayou Thunder would rather decline the penalty and force the Rampage to lose the down, whereas had they taken the penalty, it would be 1st and 15. So instead, we're looking at 2nd and 10. Mike McDade takes the snap, drops straight back. Quick dump from Mike Moore, and it's off his hands.
Well, they went back to that screen pass that was working in the first half, and it wasn't there this time. Even if
Moore.
Mike Moore, yeah, even if Mike Moore would have caught that ball, I don't think they were going to get much yardage on that play anyway.
So to bring up a 3rd and 10. Under 10:30 to go here in the final quarter of play. Texas Rampage clinging to that 5-point lead. Two wide receivers in the game. Moore and Yancey in the backfield behind McDade. Takes the handoff, rolls right. Looking downfield for Moore. Incomplete on the near sideline. That'll stop the clock with 10:04 to play. And the Louisiana Bayou Thunder did exactly what they wanted. They have forced the Texas Rampage into a punting situation. They will have at least one more try on offense to go ahead of the Rampage.
Well, Troy Bird, number 9, was open on that play and was trying to signal to Mike McDade to throw it, and Mike just didn't see him, I guess.
Emmanuel Bentley, number 2, is deep to receive the kick. He'll wait about his own 40-yard line. Cipriano took a couple of steps and now has the punt away. Bentley receives it about the 46. He's got room. He has some blockers on the far sideline and steps out of bounds at the 35. Now, Cipriano is having some words there with one of the Thunder players. Looks like Spencer Conley. It is Spencer Conley, the big linebacker. Now they kind of shake hands, give each other a pat.
Well, Robert, did you see that hit by Doug Barnes? He just nailed number 58, Dwayne Hanna, just took him out completely. I'm surprised Hanna got up that quickly, but it was an incredible hit. Blindsided him.
So more nice blocking and more great special teams play. We've seen special teams with some good plays for both teams. Of course, the Rampage got their first touchdown off a punt return. This is excellent field position after the great run by Bentley. Huey takes the snap. Drops straight back. Fires downfield for Rogers off his fingertips.
Oh, Rogers. Rogers with big plays the whole game, can't bring it down.
Ike Jackson, number 29, on the coverage for the Rampage. And Rogers just running the post pattern. Ran straight down the field and then cut it inside, headed for the post. It was just off his fingertips. More than likely that was 6 points right there had Rogers been able to hold on to it. So with 9:20 left, it'll be 2nd and 10. From the 35-yard line, 4 wide receivers in the game. A single setback behind Buey. That's David Arrington, number 32. And he gets a fake. And Buey goes to the airwaves again, and it is batted around off the hands of the receiver, Mike Davis, number 81. And on the coverage for the Texas Rampage, is it James Foster? It looked like number 11. Or was it 51?
51. It was 51.
Johnny Cleveland. Yeah, it looked like Johnny Cleveland at first, the linebacker out of Duncanville High School, but very curious move why the linebacker would be that deep in the coverage, especially on a wide receiver. But nevertheless, Cleveland was there. And that pass could have gone either way, as both the receiver and the defender had their hands on the ball at one time or another.
Yeah, the receiver almost had to play defensive back on that play.
And so on 3rd and 10, here they go. Handoff going straight ahead on the draw give to Phil Brown. Phil Brown with an excellent run inside the 15-yard line, but I have a feeling it's coming back. A penalty, and I think this is going to be in the holding call. It's in that general area. Holding against the Louisiana Bayou Thunder, but we'll wait to see what the official says just to make sure.
I'll put another dime in my pocket for another break.
We got a hold. Right here. Take him out. From the flag. Boy, what? Spot right here.
You know, without these mistakes that the Thunder are making, they'd be probably dominating the Rampage right now.
And both teams have stepped it up a notch offensively here over the final 3 quarters. So now the Bayou Thunder faced with a 3rd and 15. 8 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Arrington and Brown in the backfield behind Buey. Only 2 wide receivers in the game. Buey drops straight back. It's the give to Phil Brown straight ahead. This time, nothing doing as Johnny Cleveland, number 51, the big linebacker, and he comes up big again for the Texas Rampage.
Stepping up again. He can do it all. He can be a defensive back. He can hit him at the line. The boy is just unstoppable.
Timeout taken on the field by the Louisiana Bayou Thunder. With 7:47 to go, they trail the Texas Rampage 14-9. Back with more from Standridge Stadium right after this.
Do you hear that, Coach?
Yeah.
Incomplete pass? No.
Yeah, but after an incomplete pass, he'll set the ball and then he'll give him signal to start the clock.
I see.
Welcome back to Standridge Stadium. Here in Farmers Branch and the crowd on hand, they have gotten their money's worth so far. Very close ball game once again as the Texas Rampage with a 14-9 lead over the Louisiana Bayou Thunder. The Thunder faced with 4th and 15. The ball on their own 40-yard line. 7:47 to go, and the Bayou Thunder are going for the first down. I formation and 2 wide receivers. Buey fakes the handoff to Brown. Buey steps up, feels the pressure. He lets it fly, and that pass is short, takes a hop off the turf, intended for number 89. That would be Brent Barrington. Barrington, one of the tight ends, who was lined up that time for the Bayou Thunder. The ball going over on downs to the Texas Rampage.
Well, if we were giving out MVP awards, we'd have to give it to every single one of the Rampage defensive backs. They have just done an incredible job of shutting down the pass, giving Buey just no one to throw to. It's got to be real frustrating for Buey, the Thunder quarterback, because he's got plenty of time. He's got plenty of time to throw the ball. He's just got no one to throw it to.
A couple of those linebackers for the Texas Rampage have come up big as well, like Johnny Cleveland and Dwayne Hannon. As it is, 3 wide receivers in the game for Mike McDade and the Texas Rampage who take over on offense. Moore and Yancey in the backfield. Now as Moore moves and now comes set on the left side. Quick give to Yancey. He tries to dodge a tackler and can't do it. Spencer Conley, number 55, was in the backfield along with Billy McNeese, number 93. And number 99, Roger Green, was there as well. Loss of yardage on the play brings up second down. Call it 13 needed for the first down. Ryan Wallace, number 5, comes split to the near sideline along with number 6, Eric Scott. Quick hitch intended for Davis. He's got it. Beg your pardon, that's Eric Scott. Scott has forward progress. Looks like to the 42-yard line. It's a nice pickup of about 5. It'll bring up third down. And a long 7, call it 8 needed for the first down.
So the Rampage do go to the passing game, but it was a very safe passing game.
Short, quick hitch to the wideout. That is a safe play, as you mentioned. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go and counting. Scott stayed in bounds, and that is very important because it keeps the clock moving.
Yeah, I think the Thunder players were trying to ride him out of bounds there. He didn't let him. The whistle was blown before he got out, though.
McDade drops straight back. That pass almost intercepted by Ike Pullett, number 95, and that was another quick screen, just trying to dump it off, intended for Yancey. And there was just kind of a quagmire there as all the players got mixed up. I don't really know if Mike McDade could really see Yancey. He just kind of threw it in his general direction.
Yeah, he just kind of lofted it up there, which is real dangerous. But the Rampage really liking that screen pass. They're trying to catch the shot of Mike McDade there. They're trying to catch the Thunder in a rush situation. If they can get 2 or 3 of them rushing.
Kick is away by Cipriano. He kicks it away from the deep man, Bentley, but Emmanuel Bentley runs to it. Fields it off the AstroTurf. And again, he had a lot of room to run over on the far sideline, but once again, he was forced out of bounds sooner than he would have liked. Still not bad field position, all things considered, for the Bayou Thunder. Going to spot the ball at about the 39-yard line.
Well, both defenses have done a really, really good job in the past. Actually, the fourth quarter alone, neither offense has been able to move the ball more than 20 or 30 yards.
A moment ago, we saw number 16 for the Rampage. He's new to the Texas Rampage. His name is Josh Greenlee, a running back out of the University of North Texas.
You speak of new players. The Thunder, get this, the Thunder only have 3 players that were from the last year's team. So this is basically a brand new team thrown together 6 months ago, and they've had to learn each other and get comfortable with each other within 6 months and learn how to play with each other and get that chemistry that a team needs to win.
confusion down on the field. I think the Louisiana Bayou Thunder wanted to make sure they had one of their game balls out there on the field. 4 wide receiver package again. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. You really get the sense that it's now or never for the Bayou Thunder. High snap. Buey's down with it. He feels the rush. Avoids one tackler. Has plenty of time. Sets, throws, too short. Charles Kelly, the intended receiver.
And again, that turf causing some problems as Troy Chance broke through and had a good chance at a sack, but lost his footing. You know, and it's not wet and it's not a bad field. Walking on it before the game, it doesn't seem like it's that bad. It's just these players, maybe they're taping up their shoes too much or something, but they're just losing their footing on this this turf.
Charles Kelly pretty much had to go down on the ground for that one. That pass clearly too short for him. And this time a running play to Phil Brown straight up the middle. The gain is to about the 46-yard line, and that will set up a 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Bayou Thunder. So we approach the 5-minute mark in the game.
One thing you got to respect with the Rampage right now, a lot of teams in the Rampage position, after a run like that, will try to hold the man down and hold them so they can't get up and get back to the line. But the Rampage are really holding their ground and playing this real conservative and real safe.
3rd and 4. A quick give this time to Arrington. David Arrington with room to run. First up the middle, now he breaks to the left and brought down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bayou Thunder. 4:30 to go and the clock is rolling.
Well, just a couple of blown tackles there by the Rampage and gave him an extra 10 yards. That was only going to be about a 5-yard gain. But, you know, you make linebackers miss their tackles and you're going to gain an extra 10, 15 yards.
Arrington and Nixon in the backfield behind Buey. Buey takes the snap. Drops straight back, and there was contact and intercepted. Intercepted by James Foster. Foster running up the far sideline.
Well, Foster may have just won the game for the Rampage right there.
There was a collision there and way downfield as the receiver and a Rampage defensive back collided there. And contact was incidental in the mind of the official.
Celebration already starting on the Rampage sideline.
And so a very unfortunate turn of events for the Bayou Thunder. If they had one more chance, they couldn't capitalize on it. And the Texas Rampage happy, and why not? They're about to win their 2nd straight game. 2 timeouts remaining for each team. We would think now Mike McAdade would just give the ball off to either Yancey or Moore, let them run straight up the middle. But no, they want to pass. Complete. Downfield to Stiggers at the 39-yard line. He's close to 1st down yardage.
Well, we talked to Stiggers before the game, and he said, you're going to be calling my number a lot tonight. We really haven't, but that was a huge play right there, and a nice catch by number 1, Stiggers.
And he stays in bounds. It brings up 2nd down. Call it 3. And now, judging by the spot, it looks like 2nd down and 1 is a little more accurate. It's Yancey straight up the middle. I think he just got back to the original line of scrimmage. Staying right up the middle of the field. We're under 3 minutes now.
Well, Robert, as a coach, what do you do in this situation? Oh, it's 3rd down. I'm sorry. I thought it was 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd down and 2. I would try a quick pitch to Mike Moore. That's what I would do, but obviously James Eisenberg, the head coach of the Texas Rampage, has other ideas. Because I just saw Mike Moore head off the field to the sideline now. You see McDade looking over there. Now giving the signal to his troops.
Well, we thought he was going to run that first on first down. He passed. See what they do here.